Hello students, standard 6th, the chapter 8 decimals. We know that the decimals are the number who have a decimal point in it. In last few sessions we will learn about the tenths of a number. So when a block is divided into 10 equal parts, then each part is the 1/10 of the block, and we saw that we represented it as 0.1. So we also saw that when a fraction has 10 in the denominator, we can easily write down in the form of decimals, and vice versa, means reverse also, from decimal to fraction and from fraction to decimals also. Then we saw that 1 centimeter is divided into 10 millimeters. So we can convert centimeter to millimeter or from millimeter to centimeter using the same thing of the tenths place. Now moving forward means the next place to the right side of the tenths place, and that is the hundredths place. Now we know about the unit of measurement, that is centimeter and meter. I hope you remember that 1 meter is equal to how many centimeter? 100 centimeter. So we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. It means that the length of 1 meter is divided into 100 equal parts, and each part, there is the 1/100 of the meter. So centimeter, 1 centimeter is the 1/100th of a meter. It means that 1 centimeter is equal to 1/100 meter. So now when it was 1/10, as 1/10 was written as 0.1. So now there is one more 0, 100. So here we have to write down 0.01. So 1 centimeter is equal to 0.01 meter, because it is the 100th part of a meter. So when 100th part is written as 1/100, and as there are 2 zeros, there must be 2 digits after the decimal point. So it is written as 0.01. So if it is 2/100, 200th, then you will write down 0.02, etc. It means that if one block is divided into 100 equal parts, because the base is the hundredths. So when any one whole part, whole block is divided into 100 equal parts, parts should be equal, then each part represents the 1/100th, means 100th of the whole block. And as I explained you, in meter and centimeter, that each part is the 1/100th of the block, and it is represented as 0.01. We read as 0.01. And what is its value? 1/100th. Because it is the one part out of the 100 equal part of the whole. It means that when a fraction is given, and if it has 100 in the denominator, we can easily convert it into the decimal notation and vice versa. So when a fraction has 100, or by multiplication we can convert it by finding the like fraction, the equivalent fraction of it, such that 100 is in the denominator, then we can write down it in the decimal form and vice versa, means from decimal form to the normal fraction also. When we can have 100 in the denominator. So that is the thing we have to remember now. Also, as we saw in the previous few videos about the place value table, we saw that when we go from left to right in the place value table, what happens? The multiplication fraction, multiplying factor, becomes 1/10 of the previous factor. We know that here it is the ones place, then tens, then hundreds, thousand, and so on. But if you go from here to here, you can say it is reduced by 1/10, thousand, then hundred, then tens and ones. Now, till you move to the right side of the decimal point, also we saw that the first digit is in the place of tenths, that we saw. There is 1/10, because here it is 1. Then after 1, it is 1/10. Then 100th. It means that if you go next point, it will like it is 0.75. So here, this one is in the 10th place, but that one will be in the 100th place. And if you go more, it will be thousands, means 1/1000th place, and so on. So as we go this side, it becomes 10 times. But if you go from left to right, it becomes, multiplying factor becomes 1/10. Means it is divided by 10 at each and every step. From 10,000 to 1,000, 1,000 to 100, 100 to 10, 10 to 1, now 1 to 1/10, 1/10 to 1/100, 1/100 to 1/1000, and so on. It means that we can represent them in the place value table so that we can find out its place value also. So that is to remember now, and we can write down them as the place value table. Now we learn about the place value of tenths and then hundredths. Now, if the place value of the numbers, digits are given, then let us write down how to write down that number in decimal form. So here in the table, the different places like hundreds, tens, ones, tenths and hundreds are there. Now from that we have to write down the number in decimal form. We know that the last two digits are tens and hundreds, so they will come after the decimal point. So here 45 will be after 0.45, and in the beginning that is 326. So we write down as 326.45. The next number is 9, 8, 0, 6 and 7. So we know that 6 and 7 must be after the decimal point. So it will be 980.67. The next number is 41308. Now here in the tens place there is 0, but it doesn't make a difference, so we have to write down like that 413, then 0.08. 413.08. If 0 is somewhere in the middle, you have to write down. Only when the 0 is in the beginning, means in the hundreds place, you need not write it down. Now here you can see that 00523. So here those two beginning 0, we don't need to write down. So we will start from here and those two after the decimal. So it is 5.23. You can write down 005 also, but it does not have any meaning. So we don't write down that zeros. So when the zeros are in the beginning, if you write down or if you don't write down, it is the same. But if it is somewhere in the middle, you supposed to write down. Now 90075. So here they are in the middle, so we have to write down, so 900.75. 900.75. Remember, when you read this number, these numbers are in the left side. You have to read as normal way. But after decimal point, you can't read as 45. It is 45. Or you can read like 326.45 upon 100. But that is very long. So why we should? So we have to read like 326.45, 980.67, 413.08, 5.23, 900.75. Now here 5, 3, 2 and 0. So here we write on 53.20. Now here also, if you write on 53.20 or if you write on 53.2, that is the same. It means that after the decimal point, in the last also there is a 0. If you write down or if you don't write down, it is the same value. So you can write down 53.20 or you can write down 53.2. So 53.20 or 53.2. That is the same thing. Now here 63500. So here we have to write down 635.00. Or if you write down then only 635 also can be written. Because after point both are zeros. And when they both zeros are there, it does not have any importance. So in the beginning also if 0, we don't write down. If it is at the end of the 0, also 0, then Doesn't matter if you write down or you don't write down like that. Now we'll learn about the place value table in which we go up to the 100th. But now we can extend our idea of place value table from 1000, from 100 to 1000, 1000 to 10,000 and so on. But we are not going to go for the 10,000th now. So let us write down some number as decimals when they are given in the form of fraction. First, let's take the number 3 upon 5. Now, we know that when it is in the denominator 10 or 100 or 1000, then it is easier to convert them into decimal number. So, whenever the fraction is given and we have to write down in the decimal form, we should try to find equivalent fraction of the given fraction such that it have either the 10 or 100 or 1000 in the denominator. Then we can easily write down the fractions in decimal form. So let us take first 3 upon 5. Now we know that 5 2s are 10. So if you multiply the fraction 2 by 2, then we will get its equivalent fraction, that is 3 2s are 6 upon 10, and then you write down as 0.6. Second, let us understand like by the number 5 upon 4. Now we cannot get 10 by multiplying any number by 4, but we can bring 100 here. 25 4s are 100. So here we can multiply by 5 by 4 by 25 upon 25 to get 100 at the bottom. So 25 5s are 125. 125 upon 100. Now as here there is 10, so there must be one digit after decimal point. But here there is 100, so there must be two digit after decimal point. So we write down as 1.25. Let's take 3. Another one like 5 upon 1000. Now when it is 5 upon 1000, it is very simple. But remember, don't write down as 0.5 because 1000 means 3 zeros. When there are 3 zeros, you must have 3 digits after the decimal point. So 0 point, we have only 5. So we have to put 2 another zeros. So we write down 0.005. Let's take another number like 7 upon 125. Now you should remember that 125 is multiplied by 8, then we get 1000. So here 7 upon 125 must be multiplied by 8 upon 8, so that 8 7s are 56, and in the denominator we get 1000. And here 3 zeros, it means that after decimal there must be 3 digits, but we have 6 and 5 only 2 digits. So to fill that value we have to write down another 0, that is 0.056. So by this way we can write down them in the decimal form. So here we are going to finish the session, which will be followed by PDF file, and as usual, if any confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.